Hi, I'm Tom Ziglar, CEO of the Zig Ziglar Corporation. I'm so glad you're here with us on the Ziglar Coaching Academy. We're in the Life Coach channel, and you might be here because you are a life coach or you're thinking about becoming one. So what is a life coach? A life coach is someone who helps someone else be, do, and have more than they thought possible. And in the Ziglar way, we do it through achieving balanced success in all 7 areas of life: the mental, the spiritual, the physical, the family, the financial, the personal, and the career. So that's what we define a life coach as: somebody who works with people to grow in those areas of life. Now, if you want to be a successful life coach on the business side, in other words, you want to build a profitable, peaceful, purposeful life coaching practice, meaning I got to make money at it in order to sustain it, and I want to make a difference in a lot of lives, then you got to look at what we call the life coach business wheel, or the things that you've got to do. One of the spokes on the wheel is the marketing spoke, and this is a marketing lesson. And today we're talking about a lead magnet for prospects. So what do I mean by a lead magnet? Well, I want you to think of those 7 areas of life that I talked about: mental, spiritual, physical, family, financial, personal, and career. A lead magnet can actually work in any one of those 7 areas, or a combination of them, that attracts somebody to you because that is your superpower, that is your expertise. So what is a lead magnet? Well, it's called a magnet because people want it. They're like, wow, gosh, at Ziglar, we have several. We have our Wheel of Life that we do a personal assessment, and we give those away for free. So if somebody takes that and they're trying to see if their life is balanced, we know they have an interest in that. And they probably have a pretty good guess that maybe they're out of balance. And so that assessment, they take it for free. And so it's a lead magnet. Well, why do we give it to them for free? Well, they do a couple of things. They trade their email address and maybe even their phone number for the lead magnet that you give them. What are some other lead magnets you could do? Well, it depends on the type of coaching you want to do. Maybe you're primarily a health and wellness coach in the life coach category, but around health and wellness, you could do an assessment on what their overall physical health is. You could give them a one sheet on 5 recipes that take 5 minutes each and give you all the macros they need, whatever your expertise is. All of these things are valuable to your potential prospect. And when they grab that, they're going to want to know it, and then they're going to give you their email for it. So a lead magnet is powerful. One of our best lead magnets is we have the Zig Ziglar little book of big quotes that we often put out there, because a lot of people love it. They like to get like 100 Zig Ziglar quotes in a little PDF that's downloadable. They can use them. They cut and paste them. They put them in their emails. They send them out in newsletters. They put it on their website. They make quote posters out of it. See what I'm saying? Is we make it real easy for people to engage with something they want. And all we ask is, hey, we want to email it to you. We just need your email in order to get that. Now, collecting all these emails, adding them to your list, man, that's important, because that's where the growth of your business is. So imagine this: you're out networking somewhere, you're at an event, you're in an association meeting, and you're at a conference, you're going to get some additional education, and somebody says, hey, tell me what you do. And you say, oh, well, I do this, this, and this. And then you could say, oh, by the way, I created this little gift. Would you like it? These quotes or this roadmap to overcoming this challenge. If you're at a health and wellness conference, you could say, hey, you know what? I've overcome these 2 big things, and I've written down the 7 things that were easy and simple for me to do that got me started on my journey. You want me to send it to you? Well, boom. All of a sudden, you're capturing their contact information through something that gives them value. So what does that do? That allows you to follow up. So make sure you do that. If you don't already have a lead magnet, think about it. I've run into people, they'll have their lead magnet on their phone, and they'll just pull up a QR code and they'll say, hey, hit this button. And the person will get their phone, they'll hit the QR code and say, okay, put in your email address. I've even seen people say, hey, can I send you something? Yes. Okay, let me borrow your phone. And they'll actually type it in, and then they'll say, what is your email? and they'll put it in, and boom, 30 seconds later, you've gotten somebody value for that information. Do these things as a coach, right? If you're a life coach, the world is depending on you. People are stuck. They're not living their full potential. They need your help. And so when you make it easy for them to see value in what you bring, then that ups the odds that when you start having conversations with them about engaging with them, their attention is going to be focused on you and what you can do for them. All right. Thank you for watching this episode in the Ziglar Coaching Academy on the Life Coach channel. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And if there's something you would love for me to cover in this, just put it in the comments below and you might see it in a future episode. We'll see you again next time.